going on, guys? It's the ViJaPlayer here, and I'm giving you guys the weekly Nightfall. Now, I'm using the Praetor's Timepiece, the Patience in Time, and the Jolder's Hammer. Those are all in the those are the guns that I'm using primarily for the other thing. And as you can see, I'm just rolling through the gear that I'm using right now. Now I did not record like vocals while recording this gameplay. Basically, it's an hour long, so I just played it solo. Well, yeah, I'm doing it solo. The Nightfall solo on the brand new strike. Here we are, we're starting it up. So I basically fast forward it through basically the whole thing is fast forward. I'm hoping it's not too fast where it's not like you can't really get it, but I decided I should add vocals on top of it. And this is like, as you can see, probably, it's like a 40-minute video. So I'm going to be talking to you guys for 40 minutes. Sorry about that. So yeah, I'm going to be talking to you guys for 40 minutes. This first initial part, you're zipping past the shit. And I'm going to be trying to give you guys like a little, I guess, tutorial on how to do this thing a little bit easier. Most of it's just really, really repetitive. The in-between parts, I guess I'll just talk to you guys or whatever. I'm not exactly sure what about, but for this part, you're going to want to stay back here in this room. Definitely stay back there in that room. I mean, it's really impossible to go out or do anything else, just to be honest with you. Yeah, you're going to want to pick everybody off, like, one at a time. And, I was using my Warlock because this strike is so hard. It's so much harder than all the other strikes. I was using my Warlock, and you're going to see me die quite a lot of times. Like, even right at the end. Like, even right at the end, I'm dying so many times. And sometimes I'm just sitting there waiting for my super to come back. So, if you're thinking about doing something like this, solo, especially on this strike mission, definitely bring your Warlock along. I mean, everything else, I mean, you can't just instantly heal yourself. So but then again, you might take the extra precautions that are needed since you can't heal yourself or whatever. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty much just this for a really long time, and until other people come out, you could just sit there and pick these guys off one by one, dip back in between, try to run back. But I believe the first things that come are yes, they're shanks. So the first thing that are gonna come back into that room and just like bombard you are shanks, and then I believe it is it thralls? Or is it the invisible guys? I'm not exactly sure what comes after the shanks. We will see, but right now it's shanks. And as you see, because I don't have a fire damage weapon on, it actually takes a really long time to get through these guys' shields. It would take even longer if I wasn't using an arc weapon, but I am, as you could tell, all my weapons are arc for this whole time. Right now I'm actually using the Murmur, which turns out to be I end up switching it off. Yeah, and here are the invisible guys, which I think one of them gets me, like the last one. No, never mind. Yeah, that guy definitely got me, but as you see, I definitely died. It definitely, but I did this strike in one go. So I mean, I died like a lot of times, but I didn't have to restart it, and that's probably because I took my time after I died, and I really, really tried to get my super back up. But yeah, I mean, you're probably gonna die. I mean, you definitely have to have some skills to not be getting hit, or it might have taken me longer. Yeah, here are the thralls. So it's so it goes shanks, invisible knifers, and then thralls, like a shit ton of thralls. So those are the things that are gonna just bombard you. They're just running in there right after you, one after another, in big huge groups. It kind of sucks, but yeah, this part it takes pretty long. I mean, it's not too bad, honestly. I'd say the whole first part, which are places you've already been to, I guess before the DLC. Like this whole first part takes about a half an hour, and then the last part is really what takes the super long. Which I slowed down the time once you get to there. Once you get to the door here, well, when we get there, I'll explain it more. But yeah, you're just gonna want to proceed taking all these guys out. And one thing I've learned with the Praedyth's timepiece, the Vault of Glass raid weapon, is that when a knight puts up his shield, you can shoot through it, and you're going to be seeing that in this. It might be going a little bit too fast, but I mean, there's definitely some instances where you could see, where I'm just shooting through their little shield that they pop up. I'm just shooting right through it. All the damage is there and everything, which I thought was really cool. I don't know why the timepiece does that. It doesn't like have a perk on it or anything like that. But I mean, it's a good weapon. I mean, I wouldn't use it for PvP, but for PvE, especially for missions that have arc damage, I mean, this thing is crazy. And I believe, yep, right there at the end, I was just about to say, I believe I'm gonna die around there. Hopefully, this is synced up in the end. Hopefully, this is synced up with what's happening on the thing from what I'm watching it. But yeah, I'm just gonna keep on proceeding as if it is. But yeah, I'm just mopping up some kills right here. It took me long enough, took me way too long to kill all those guys. That was like I don't know, it took me about like 10 to 15 minutes to get out of here. It might have taken me shorter. It might have been like 8 minutes. I'm not sure, I forget. I saw what it said. But I switched. Well, I'm gonna switch over. Yeah, no, I already did. I already switched over to my patience and time because I mean, the patience and time is just really, really what you need for this map, especially this part. And right now, I'm staying in the back right now because I'm waiting for Shanks. They literally pop out of nowhere. Like literally, there's no like little spawning, little nothing. They literally just appear out of nowhere. A bunch of Shanks with their flame shields and like crazy flame shields. Actually, their shields have a lot of health. But then I'm just like, screw it. You see me looking around a little bit more. I'm like waiting for them, but I guess it's probably not like a waiting thing. I'm guessing it's a time thing. They end up coming up behind me. I don't think they kill me. See, boom, look at that. Like they just came out of nowhere. Yep, no, they definitely killed me. So yeah, those things are dangerous. Like it doesn't seem like they pop up unless you're unknowing of it. I guess I could say. They don't pop up unless you're like comfortable, like you're like, oh, okay, so they're not gonna pop up yet. That's the only time that they pop up, and there's gonna be invisible guys. So I guess when you're taking it as slow as I did, because normally it doesn't. Normally the shank guys, the invisible shankers, and the and the shanks. Well, the invisible knifers, I guess I could say, and the shanks. Normally they're not like that close to each other, but they are one after another. And I'm killing off these guys, and there's gonna be more invisible guys. I'm pretty sure I just killed all the invisible guys right there, because I was just shooting at nothing. So yeah, I was just shooting at a lot of invisible guys. Now Shanks will come. There's more Shanks that come, as you guys could tell, but these ones actually come from somewhere. They don't just appear in the room like without you even friggin' realizing what's happening. Yeah, I really wanted to get this map done, you guys. I really wanted to get this map done, like without dying. But when I died so many times and I just kept on going, I was just like, screw it. I'm just gonna keep on going, But from right before before I started even recording this video, I knew I couldn't, I wasn't gonna talk through the whole thing because you need to concentrate. This mission is crazy. This mission is the hardest strike you can play in the game so far. It is so difficult. And I did it solo, so I mean that's like a little accomplishment, I guess. I don't know, but if you don't have the weapons that I'm using, you're gonna have a really, really, really hard time. I mean, I had a really hard time, and I didn't even have some of the the weapon I would rather, which would be what is it? The Fatebringer. I'd rather have the Fatebringer than the Timepiece, because I mean the Fatebringer is just a beast of a hand cannon. I would definitely rather have that than this timepiece, but I don't have it, so I'm just using the timepiece because it's the only primary arc damage weapon that I have. So yeah, it's actually not an ideal setup, but when arc damage is on, it's definitely useful. Now there's gonna be a lot of waves of enemies. There's gonna be like some ships coming in. There's gonna be a lot of there's waves of knifers and just normal enemies and whatnot. And you're just gonna want to sit back and pick them all off. Make sure you know what's happening. I'm hoping that you guys have played this before. If you're trying to do it yourselves, although tonight's the last night you could do it. So if you're trying to do it yourselves, it's like tonight. You might not have a good time unless you've done this before, and it's gonna take you. It might take you like an hour. It might take you even longer than an hour, and you're gonna want to be careful of that guy right up there. He's right in the middle. You'll see his reticle the whole time when you're shooting out here, when you're staying back there. But now I'm moving up because it's about the end. I killed the boss, the Baron that spawns in. But then there's a bunch of invisible guys that just like sit back and don't really do anything. I'm pretty sure they kill me because I'm an idiot. Like I could have just killed all those guys in that room because if you saw me, I was like, there's supposed to be guys in that room, and I was like shooting at them. I probably could have just ran into the room and just ran through the building, but I really wanted that heavy ammo over there. I wanted to make sure all my ammo was good. I wanted to make sure everybody was dead. I probably could have like cut this out of the video and made it a little bit shorter. But you know what? Whatever. You guys seem to like it when I talk on these things, and I couldn't do it live because I really, really wanted to. Yep. See. I totally thought they were all dead. I'm not sure how many of those spawn back there, but expect about 4 of them. Normally it's like 3 to 4 knife guys. So expect that at least. And at the end, I just got a little smarter about it. I'm like, hey, these guys can't jump up here, so I just got up there and I just started shooting them. Even because those guys are pretty hard to see if you've ever noticed. They're pretty hard to see, and so I just figured out a different way. But yeah, I really wanted all that stuff that was down there. See, there's a couple guys in there that was in that room. I was checking to see if I could get any more ammo. And at this point in the game, I'm pretty sure you can actually die at these parts, and you would just come back to life. So yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm pretty sure you could die at these parts. All these enemies are like level 7s and stuff. I don't know what I was doing right here. I just kind of like was running around killing these guys for no apparent reason. I kind of forgot what I was doing for a second, just to be honest with you. And then I was like, oh, wait a second. You know what? I should probably do this raid. So yeah, I proceed through this, and this is where it gets really troublesome. This is actually where it gets extremely hard, and I'm gonna slow down the fast forward. I've been using ×2 fast forward, or maybe ×3 or ×2.5. I think I used ×2.5 fast forward, and now it's gonna be a little bit slower because this is the part that you really need to. This is really the part that you really need to like see and know what I'm doing. The other parts, they're helpful. I'm pretty sure I showed you guys. It's pretty repetitive. This whole raid is really repetitive. It's just staying in an area, dipping in and out, and shooting. But at this point, this is where it gets tough, basically. So yeah, I whipped out my heavy. I hopped in this place. I whipped out my heavy. I'm taking out all these thralls. I'm taking my time. You don't have to go in there guns a-blazing. You don't have to go anywhere. You don't even have to shoot Omnigul that much. I shot her like 2 or 3 times, and now I'm proceeding up a little bit. There's a lot of enemies. I go up. I try to get them to see me. Run back. Just pick off whoever I could see. And once I see those wizards, I just dip back. I don't want any part. I don't want to be close to those wizards. There's not enough cover up front. If they start shooting at you and you're behind like the box or something like that, that's over there on the left-hand corner. The splash damage will kill you. So, it's better to just be like far away from them than anything. So yeah, I just stay back here. this is what I would do if you guys had the patience and time, or any legendary arc. You know, I know the a lot of people have the Epitaph, which is a legendary arc weapon. That does it does 300 damage, and you know, I wish it did more. I wish you could like upgrade the old legendaries, but you can't, and it's all good. It's all good. You know, whatever. But yeah, you're just gonna want to keep on doing this. Excuse me, sorry, I had to burp. But yeah, you're just gonna want to keep on doing this, and dipping in and out and using these little cracks and these little peak holes to get these wizards. You know, there's a lot of enemies at this part. There's a lot of enemies. You definitely don't want to go out there. There is a knight up, like all the way up that corner. I mean, if you've played the map before, you know he's there. So you know, but I'm just saying, you know, to remember that knight's there. Like everybody does arc damage like during this raid. Like every witch since the game came out did flame damage, and all of a sudden all of them in this raid are freaking doing or not raid. I'm sorry if I said raid any other times in this. My bad. It's a strike, not a raid. It's a strike because I'm almost certain I said raid before too. I've been playing the raid today, so that word's on my brain. But yeah, the strike. Like all the witches, all the enemies, they all do freaking whatchamacallit damage. And there's an ogre over there, and I'm not getting close to him. As you can see, I'm trying to pick him off through the thing. There's a knight that I just picked off through the little cracks in the wall. I'm just trying to get this ogre to peek, or to go to a place where I could hit him, and boom, right through that crack. Like these little cracks in the wall are really, really useful for this map. I mean, Bungie definitely put them there for a reason, and you know, I appreciate that. I appreciate that they made something, you know, something good in this strike, because this boss battle that we're about to get to took half the time that it took me to do everything else. So, you know, I'm getting to this boss battle, like, I'm taking off these guys. They almost kill me, actually, and I'm dipping back because thralls come out. Anytime you hear thralls, just run backwards as fast as you can. If you hear thralls coming, you better just get out of there as fast as you can, and hope to God they turn back, you know, and let you get some room and some time to think about it. Cause man, those thralls, all they have to do is hit you, and I'm sitting right here. Okay, and yeah, I'm just trying to pick everything off. You know, I'm just trying to pick everything off, and it's just tough waiting. It's just a bunch of waiting, and you know, it's tough because you get frustrated. You know, at this point, I've been doing it for like a half an hour, and I'm just like, oh, you know, this sucks. I got to keep on doing this and doing like getting like 2 or 3 shots on some of these guys, because you know, it's so hard to kill everybody. But anyways, I get that part done, and right from the start, when you're trying to go in here, you're gonna want to take your time. You're gonna want to check the corner that I did. I chucked a grenade around that corner, around the left hand corner. You know, there's the straight hole and then the left hole, you know, or the left corner, whatever. I chucked a nade out there. There's going to be a knight out there. There's going to be acolytes. There's going to be everything. There's going to be thralls. There's going to be all the enemies that are in there when she calls them out. And she's going to call them out quite a few times during this thing. I think it was like 3 or 4 times she'll call them. But yeah, so it's not a time-based thing, and I'm not sure if anything in this strike is a time-based thing, because I mean, I'm just not sure if anything's a time-based thing. I know that the waves of enemies, because right now I'm basically killing off a wave. You know, these are all the enemies that would be in a wave. You know, she'll do her like scream thing. She'll be screaming and whatnot. You know, it's a noticeable scream too. You know, and again, I'm hoping that some of you guys actually played this and actually have heard what I'm talking about, because there is no sound throughout this video. Sorry. So yeah, there is no sound throughout this video. I want you guys, if anybody has been watching this whole time, like I'm hoping you watched, because I've been talking this whole time. I've hoped you watched this whole time, and if you did, please leave a comment down below and leave a like for just how awesome the new DLC is, and for how awesome I am. Yeah, totally. I'll say that. Why not? But yeah, definitely leave a like down below, and definitely leave a comment down below telling me if you want to see this whole strike without any cutting or anything. It's about an hour and 17 minutes long. So, I mean, like, it's an hour and 17 minutes long. I mean, well, which more could I say? But if you want it, I will upload it. Now, she called her things out. I'm gonna try to explain a little bit more because it actually is fast forwarding, pretty fast actually. Even though it takes me forever to kill her. I mean, I don't even think you're probably gonna see another wave of her enemies that come out. Sorry, but yeah, you just want to take your time. Like I died right there. It's all good because I have that thing. Right now, I'm actually pretty much taking a pretty conservative approach to this. I'm just waiting up top because I want to try to wait for my super to get back after I've used it, and pretty much all the other enemies are down. Well, not all of them, but there's quite a few. There's like 3, 4, maybe 5 knights. I think there might be 5 knights that she spawns in like after you kill him, and you're gonna want to make sure you take everybody out, even those stupid wizards. I know, like throughout the game, throughout this whole ending part, I'm not taking out every single wizard before trying to shoot at her or anything like that. But you're gonna want to try to take them out as much as you can, or just put some shots in them every once in a while, just to try to get them to move or whatever. Maybe you can kill them. Maybe you can find like a nice little spot. But really, you're just gonna want this. You just have to pop shots on her and then leave. That's literally this whole technique is popping shots on her and leaving, and then popping shots on her and leaving. I'm using my Jolder's hammer here. I will be showing the weapons at the end. The weapons will be shown again at the end, just to show you. Just to show you again what I used, but I did show you in the beginning, but whatever, I don't know. So I believe, did she? No, she didn't. I don't think she did. But yeah, I mean, so this strike, it's really hard. I mean, you gotta let me know what you think about this strike. Sorry, I keep on moving around because I gotta get comfortable, bros. I'm gonna be here for a little bit, talking to you, bros. But yeah, I believe. Okay, yeah, there's thralls. I'm pointing at that door. I almost forgot to tell you guys about that. Now I don't know. What you have to do to get those out. It does not seem like it's timed though. It has to be a damage based thing. Like when you do damage on her. She sends a wave out on you. Like you can. I'm pretty sure you can sit back here. Okay, so here we are, a wave. Sorry, I have to cut that off real soon. There's a new wave, so I jump up there. I take out these guys, as much as I can, as much as I could see. There'll be thralls and stuff running around there, but then there'll be a time where you can't see anybody. Now take your time at first though. Like make sure. Everybody who's coming out has came out. There's gonna be like thralls and there's gonna be all these different things. Jumping out, trying to juke you. Like the knight, he goes down like right down below you, and he just waits there, seeing if you jump down. But yeah, you're gonna want to take your time. Like really take your time. Like I said, this whole strike took me about an hour and 17 minutes just to do. And that's only because I was solo. And I'm trying to shoot at this guy. I'm trying to see if my rounds go through that. And I'm almost certain that if you have armor penetration on, you might be able to hit that guy. I'm almost certain. I don't know. But see, I jump down here. I take out that knight. That yellow knight. He spawns there when she does her little battle cry. And then a lot of things come out. You know, they only come out when you're down. I guess when you're down on the ground. I don't like. Obviously, they. I'm pretty sure Bungie put that into the game for a reason, just to just to mess us up. But yeah, I chuck some grenades. The Ascendant Knight normally goes right there, which is good, you know, because he doesn't move because of the grenades are there. Because he's just like, I can't move because you're just gonna do damage on me. But yeah, he doesn't move. There's a bunch of other enemies, you know. So these little parts could take like, I don't know, 7, 8, 10 minutes possibly just to clear out all these enemies. And you want to clear them all out. You don't want to like you don't want to just jump in there and try to kill Omnigul, because those little guys, those little like ads, I guess people call them, those guys are really gonna kill you. You know, like they're gonna do a lot of damage to you, and you know it's not fun. And right here at this point, I don't know why I did it, but I ended up succeeding. But there's that guy, and if you don't take him out, it's not like all that good. You know, the guy who's upstairs, right in that little room. I don't know if you've been in that room, but that guy, he's not very very important, but he can shoot you and kill you. And his gun has a crazy splash damage, and I've died from him a couple times in other raids. I didn't die from him in this one because I knew he was there, and I knew not to go too close to the straightaway doorway, I guess, or yeah, the straight hole. I don't know what to call it. The door that goes straight that I was looking out of before. You know, there's the left hand door and the straight door. I don't know. You know, the straight ahead door. I don't know how to explain it to you. I'm hoping that I said it enough times to where you guys understood me and and stuff like that. And then, you know, I keep on dying. There's the cursed thrall that come out of that door, which I was supposed to talk about them some more. So yeah, the cursed thrall. I don't know how they come out. I'm almost certain it's not a time-based thing, because I was sitting there for quite a long time sometimes, and you know nothing was really happening. So I'm almost certain that all the enemies that spawn out are damage based on Omnigul, you know, the boss. So, you know, it depends on how much damage you do to her. So you do this amount of damage, she calls out like a wave of enemies. You do like some more, you do this amount of damage, and she calls out some thralls on you, some cursed thralls that are right behind you from where I'm standing right now. So yeah, that's pretty much how it goes. That's pretty much all you got to remember. I jump back up here. I'm trying to get my I'm trying to get my super back, like always. Always, if you're doing this and you're a warlock, you know, and you got the self res on, definitely don't try anything crazy until you get your super back. I mean, because in a moment's notice, you can be dead, and like right at the end, like more than half of her health gone. You know, at a part like this, it's really crucial. Just don't go out there. You know, like just take your time. You know, that's all. That's all I could say, and I can't tell you enough to take your time. Don't try to run in there. You know, if you want it done faster, you should have invited somebody to to your fire team. You know, that's the best. That's the best I can give you. And throughout this throughout the rest of this, actually, from here on out, I'm gonna be shooting all these other wizards as much as possible, and I'm shooting their hands, as you could see. Like I'm getting damage on them with their hands. You know, I'm just kind of messing around. I'm trying to get as many shots into her as possible without having to go in there. Really, this solo run, since this is a very very new strike, I was trying to find like a way to like just cheese her. You know, like there's a way to do it on every other map. You know, on every other strike except for this one. You know, there's not like a traditional where you could just kind of like not really worry about anything else except for the boss, except shooting at the boss. But this one is not like that. You know, you're gonna have to worry about everything else. You know, you're gonna have to worry about their waves of enemies and crap like that. But all in all, it's actually not that bad of a strike. It's just very very time consuming. I wouldn't say it does have a difficulty factor to it. It is a hard strike, but all in all, it's not like the hardest, craziest thing I've ever done. But it is really hard, honestly. And it's very fun though. It's very fun. It's so satisfying when you get done with this, and it's and you did it solo. You know, you did it solo. You did the Nightfall solo on any Nightfall, not just this one. On any Nightfall, when you get done with it, you feel like a freaking beast. You know, like you feel like you could take on the whole game. You could just solo the Vault of Glass or something. You know, but it's nice that they added that you can at least solo this Nightfall because when the Nightfall first came out, or well, not when it first came out, but when I first tried it, you know, I didn't know how I didn't think it was gonna be as difficult. You know, I didn't think there's no cheese spot. There's nothing like that. I thought that there was gonna be like a nice little way to do it, like there are with all the other strikes. But no, it really caught me by surprise by being a very very tough thing to do, very very tough strike to do, and it's just really fun to get through it. I think it can be a little annoying. Now, if I used like a Titan or my Hunter, like this would have taken so long. This would have taken so long, because I would have just kept on dying. You probably wouldn't have even seen this video this week, but I decided to do it anyways. And honestly, I wasn't even trying to I wasn't trying to do it even at all. Like even with my warlock, I wasn't planning on giving you guys this strike video solo. And in a way, I guess I kind of didn't. Well, I did, but I didn't because normally it's like the whole thing, and I'm talking live through it. But but I can't do that this time. I wanted to stay in the zone, like I said before. But yeah, the strike video almost didn't happen. I mean, it's the last day before the reset. So I ended up just doing it anyways, though. Whatever. Hopefully you guys like the video anyways, and hopefully you guys leave me a comment on if you want to see the whole thing with all the audio and in all of its glory. But there will not be any more talking. Maybe you guys like that a little bit better. Maybe you guys don't want to hear me talk through the whole thing. I'm just hoping that you guys have seen at least a little bit of it. Maybe like at least this last part. Maybe you guys are tuning. Maybe you guys just skipped ahead to this part and are just watching this part. Whatever. I don't care. As long as you guys are enjoying it, I'm enjoying it. I really don't care. It doesn't matter. But anyways, I'm finishing up these guys. I believe another wave after this wave comes because she's pretty close. She's pretty close to dying at this point. She's really, really, really close to dying. And me, I'm just taking my time I'm just taking as much time as I need because the strike is so tough. And I gotta kill all these frickin' ads, man. I mean, it's just redonkulous. It's just redonkulous. But I guess it's kind of like the same in any of the strikes. It's just like it just sucks on this one because you can't cheese it. But I like that. I like the challenge and whatnot. And anyways, I don't really know what else to talk about. I'm just gonna keep on talking. I don't know what I was doing right there. I don't know what I was doing for all this stupid stuff that I do in this. But I was just having some fun. Isn't that why we all play games? We play them to have fun. We don't have to take them all so seriously all the time, and rage out and stuff. In fact, I think that's one of the key factors in my successfully doing anything in some games, especially solo, especially the tough things, the things that are really, really difficult. It's because I don't really rage out. I can't really rage out. Only bad things come from that. Only bad gameplays. Only like horrible KD ratios and you know and plus it's not fun when you start raging. Shit. Oh shit, I don't know what else to talk about, bros. I mean, just stay back. just pick everything off, and when she yells at that battle cry, you gotta hightail it out of there. You gotta. I would go up high, shoot everybody, and then go down to shoot all the rest because they won't come out unless you're on the ground. I tried sitting up there for a little bit and waiting for them to come out, and it didn't really work. Shit. Sorry about that. I had to yawn. But anyways, and you're gonna want to use this little box, this corner box thing that I'm using, like most of the time. You could be sitting there a little bit more, but I wouldn't suggest it because like their guns or their spells or whatever you want to say it have a lot of splash damage, and they will kill you right there, occasionally. But a lot of the times you can actually sneak up there and try to pop shots off on them and just try to do something, that's all you gotta try. That's all you gotta do is you gotta try, you know. You gotta try and you gotta be safe, and as you can see, I'm sitting over here. I'm taking shots at their hands and their wrists and like any little part that I can shoot. From what I could tell is like a lot of their dress thing, like their whole dress robe thing. A lot of the bottom part doesn't really get hit. I mean, you have to go up, quite a bit to actually do damage on them. But like a lot of like the bottom of their dress, I guess, or whatever it is, a robe. I'm not exactly sure what to call it. That the wizards have, or witches. I don't know. I don't know what the hell they are. Oh god. Oh god. Fudge. And eventually, when you get Omnigul down to a certain amount of health, and the witches are still alive, they will just pop out real close to you. Closer than what you would like this wizard right here. She's just sitting there. She's trying to kill me. She's really bad at aiming though, obviously, but she comes up really closer than all the other wizards do. And I don't know why. I think it might be a damage thing. I think they're getting a little angrier as you're doing more damage to her, and I'm just doing more and more damage. I'm moving out the way of these cursed thralls because these cursed thralls see they didn't come out until I damaged her like a specific amount, and it's normally always like that amount of thralls that are coming. So as long as like, or kind of, well, I don't know, I don't even know, but there is some type of way to know, like when she's gonna bring out things, like when she's gonna do her battle cry, or her scream rather, and when she's gonna bring out the cursed thralls. I'm not exactly sure where, like what point on her health bar. But all I know is that it has to do with her health. It definitely has to do with her health. And you can see me here. I have no super. I'm getting a little anxious. I want her dead. She's really really close. If I can get a whole shot, if I could have gotten like maybe a whole clip. Maybe a whole clip of patience and time. If I could have gotten a whole clip into her, it doesn't even matter with her head or not. I'm almost certain it would have killed her. And but I'm just like, I can't take the risk. I can't. I have to sit here and wait for my super to come back before I take a risk like that. But I end up dipping in and out and in and out and in and out, just trying to get the littlest amount of shots I can on her. Right at the littlest bit of health, she calls them in again. So this is the last time you're gonna see this wave. So at the littlest tiniest bit of health she has, she calls in the cavalry, I guess we could call them. The little ads that show up. She calls them in again, so it takes me forever, and it's like another 10 minutes of just killing all these guys, because you got to take your time. I mean, I've been saying it this whole time, and you know what? I have the patience and time on for this strike, and you really are gonna need some patience and some time because you get so anxious, you want to run in there, you want to do this, and you want to do that, and you just can't. Not for this strike. This strike is way too serious. Um, the strike is way too serious, for you to be running in and out and doing all that crazy stuff that you would normally be doing in any other strike. Yeah, that you'd be doing in any other strike. And plus, you got to remember the level is bumped up to 30. It's no longer 28. I liked it when it was 28. It was difficult enough, but you know what? All good things must come to an end, and they just made it a little bit more tougher, a little bit tougher with the 30 factor. I'm almost convinced that if I was like a level 31 or 32, this would have been done. Like I would have probably done the full live commentary on this video, because like she would have taken a lot more damage than what she's taking right now. We're at the same level. We're equal. Nobody has the upper. Well, actually, she has all the upper edge, or the whatever I'm trying to say. You guys know what I'm trying to say. She has the advantage. Her blast does like an incredible amount of damage, and she's got a lot of friends with her. If I had some friends with me, she'd be dead. But you know what? I already posted that video. I posted the video that I had the friends on, where we did it co-op, and that was cool. But I decided, I have to give you guys the solo. I mean, I'll look like a chump if I can't do this solo. I'd look like a total scam or something. I'd look like a little weasel if I can't do a little simple little strike solo. And you know what? This thing, after I got done, I didn't get anything for it, but I still felt really good. And she's like at the littlest bit of health at this point. Like literally, like the littlest bit of health. And look at I died, but look, like everybody was shooting everywhere. Okay, now I'm gonna slow it down. Well, I'm slowing it down. Yeah, I'm doing it at normal speed because she is about to die. I'm getting my shots off on her. I dip back. I'm shooting her like just below like the chest area. Like I'm basically in her stomach. So I'm getting as much shots as I can on her, and then boom, she is dead. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that is the strike, the Will of Crota solo. And I'm sitting here, I'm taking my pride stride, I guess. I'm taking my little stride around, shooting off my guns because I just did it. And you know what? I was going through the whole week saying there's no way I could do it. But obviously, there is a way I could do it. Now, I wish there was an easier way, but there isn't, unfortunately. Nothing that I would suggest. It's just way too easy to die. But I'm sitting there, I'm shooting off all my guns, getting to the end. I don't get anything. I get a Titan helmet at this point, But 387 kills on my Warlock for the new strike, the Will of Crota Nightfall. The Will of Crota Nightfall for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys really liked the gameplay. I hope you liked the way I did it, that it was fast forwarded a little bit. I didn't want it to be an hour and 15, 17 minutes. And right now I'm just going over my weapons again. Again, I'm using the Praedyth's timepiece fully upgraded, the Patience in Time fully upgraded, the Jolder's Hammer fully upgraded. And for the, in terms of weapons, though, that's pretty much as good as you're gonna get in terms of a full arc build, unless you have the something else. But anyways, you guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please leave a like down below. I love you all. Thank you guys very much.